What's going on, everybody? TheKennyDubz here with another Mega Man X Dive video. Today we're talking about the DNA system in Mega Man X Dive Offline. Alright, so taking a look at the character screen. You can't see it right now because I'm in the way, but don't worry, I'll include a screenshot on screen so you'll be able to see it. In the bottom left, there's a button that says DNA code. If you click it, this player's level must be level 50. So until we get to level 50, we cannot really access the DNA code. So once we hit level 50, we'll be able to access it. Alright, once you hit level 50, you will see this pop up here. When you level up to level 50, DNA code is now unlocked. Now, once you go back to the character screen, you should see the DNA code is no longer locked. It might have an orange dot on it, and if we click on it, you can see the fixed DNA your characters can obtain. Now, luckily, this isn't as complex as it was in the Gacha version of Mega Man X Dive. Still thought that I would like to cover it anyway, because basically what DNA is, it allows you to add 3 more passives to your characters. So as you can see here, I have 3 passives that I can unlock for S-Class Hunter X here, and all just gonna cost a little bit of Zenny here for these passives. Now, something I do want to note is that if we take a look at my X-Class Hunter 0 here, who is at 0 stars, you can kind of see that these are locked behind how far you've ranked up your characters. You see the first one needs 1 star, second one needs 3 stars, and the 5th one needs 5 stars. So this is a bit more incentive to get your characters to 5-star. And luckily, unlike the Gacha version of the game, you don't need even more memories of a character in order to use their DNA. Sorry, in order to unlock the DNA. Again, all you need is the Zenny, and you can unlock it. So right here, S-Class Hunter X has energy feedback. So whenever I defeat an enemy with a weapon or skill, I actually recover HP equal to 20% of my attack. So that gives me a lot more survivability with S-Class Hunter X. On top of that, increases the effects of Buster X by 20%. We're going to grab that. And we're also going to grab S-Class Hunter as well. It doesn't really matter. I don't really need to explain all of these, but each character has three more DNA, which can add to their original passives, regardless of what ranking they are. And that's important because inherently S-Class units have 5 passives. A class have 4, and B class or B rank have 3, but you're still getting 3 additional passives on each character anyway. So again, if I go over here to this B rank unit, you can see that X has access to 3 passives, and again, go to Massimo, 3 here, Axel, 3 there, Palette, 3 there. And the DNA is going to differ from unit to unit. Some of them might overlap. You might notice here that S-Class Hunter X and S-Class Hunter 0 both have energy feedback as their first DNA. That just kind of happens to be the case there. They're not always going to be like that. And you can't really see it because I'm in the way. But once you unlock a character's DNA, right here, I can show you on this page, they get a cool little border on them as well, just quite nice, showing that you've unlocked all their DNA. So that's something else you can do to make your characters even stronger. However, it does not have an effect on your total power. I didn't show my total power before this. It did go up a little bit because I leveled up, but my total power is the same as it was right after I leveled up. I can provide a screenshot of it right after I leveled up, actually, as well. But yeah, that's it for DNA in this game. Like I said, a lot less complex than in the online version of X-Dive, but I mentioned earlier that the system for DNA was not as complex. You might notice for those that play the Gacha version of the game, there are not the inherited slots for DNA, and while that is a little bit disheartening, that's not there. That's what keeps the system from being too complex, so you don't need to worry about that at all. That's why this DNA screen might look a little bit different if you're used to the Gacha version of the game. That does just get rid of any kind of, I guess, even gacha element of it. I say gacha, it's more just RNG, but that is part of the reason why the DNA system is not nearly as complex as it was in the base version of the game. Now, one thing I do want to note is that a lot of characters actually have some different DNA from the online version. For instance, Dive Cross Mega Man over here, as I was poking around, I saw it. In the Gacha version, this has his second DNA actually has something to do with a status ailment called blind. However, because we're playing the offline version, blind doesn't really do much of anything to, to NPCs. It got changed for destroy armors. Now he gets armor crush instead of obscured field of view. And there'll be some other changes as well for units that had had something to do with like damage versus players as well. But this is something I wanted to note. But I did want to cover it because it's something you don't have access to until level 50. And it's a cool little feature to make a lot of characters, a bit more flexible, but stronger, get more survivability, more damage, and things like that. So I just want to cover that in this video because I do get some sort of questions about DNA and other things. Next video should be up later this week, covering something in X Dive offline. But other than that, hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. I was trying to show you enjoying the content, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.